Hello viewers and welcome to my channel. My name is Golden, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to create smooth frame by frame animations to showcase your design process for your project in Photoshop without using any external software. So to begin with, all you have to do is make sure one that your layers panel is enabled, and if your layers panel is not enabled, just click on window, layers, and click on it, and that should toggle it on. Or alternatively, you could use the F7 key on your keyboard. So with your layers panel enabled, what you have to do now to create the animation is enable the timeline also. So again, we go to window, timeline, and once you click that, it enables the timeline. When you enable the timeline, it's going to show you two options. One is to create a frame by frame animation or a video animation. So for this particular project, just click the frame animation, and when you do so, you should have something like this, the way it is on my timeline here. So the goal of creating this step-by-step frame animation is to showcase the process from start to finish. But if your work is already complete, like mine is here, you will notice that it's only the finished part. So to start adding more frames, what you have to do is, and what I like to do is, one, group certain things which you want to show either together in the frame by frame animation. So you just select them and make them a group. Good. So in this case, I'm just going to toggle off all the layers for now. So you toggle off all the necessary layers, and it's also important to note if you want to go in a chronological order, so like every little thing since you started, you might want to rename your layers. But for this example, I'm just going to turn off my layers. So let's see. And if you use things like clippy mask, you want to hide the clippy mask separately, depending on the effect you're going for. Because if you don't hide the clippy mask separately and you just hide the main layer that the clippy masks are connected to, then everything is just going to appear at once. But if you want a step-by-step process, you also want to toggle off the clippy mask layers. Okay, so now I'm back to my main background layer. And also, if this is your first time doing this, I will advise you duplicate your file so you don't mess things up by mistake. So with my main background now showing as our first frame, just click on the plus icon here, and then you can add subsequent things. So for mine, I'm just going to add the main image of the racer, as well as let's see, this is where you decide, you pick and choose. So you could add different things. You could add things like, you know, if you're working with multiple images, you could decide, oh, I want to add them separately or together at once. So I'm just going to quickly add these trees, fence. I'm also going to add the car, so everything starts coming together. And for you to see what you've done so far, just click on the first frame in the timeline and press the space bar key on your keyboard, or use the play button here, and you should see a very quick preview of what it's showing. Now if you are fine with what it's showing, you could just go ahead, continue adding more layers until you've added the entire visible layers to complete the animation. Or if you're not comfortable with a particular frame, so let's say here I don't want this car to be here, you could just click on that particular frame, and then it saves the state of that frame here in the layers panel, and that's why it's important to enable your layers panel. And then I could just toggle off the car, you know, and then in the next frame I could add the car in, so it's more like a gradual process. And once you're done with this, you could add animations in between to create either like a smooth effect. If you like to add animations, what you have to do is just select the first frame, hold shift, click the last one, and you could right click on this state to or select a delay. So in this case, let's add a 0.2 delay. And also we have an option here to twin our animation. So let's see how that would be. Now we've twinned it, so it's going to try to create this very smooth effect in between. So if I were to press play on the timeline, let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. So it will try to twin the opacity and everything. However, personally, I do not like to twin my animations. I just leave them the way they are. And if you do this correctly, it's going to look something like what's on the screen right now, showcasing the actual process of this design I made from start to finish. So that's how to make these frame by frame animations quickly in Photoshop without any external software. If you appreciate this video, please share, comment your thoughts. If you'd like me to cover another topic in Photoshop, please let me know. Also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.